Welcome. Welcome to my channel. One and all, thank you for tripping and falling into my movie reviews. I'm John Stark, also known as Mac the Movie Guy, also known as Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, I know I look totally different in the movies. It's a lot of makeup, but I'm actually a blind film critic when I'm not Michelle Pfeiffer. So just surprise at that. And I'm here to review Netflix's new film, which that phrase has brought me a lot of grief in 2022. But today it brings me a lot of joy. I'm here to review The Sea Beast. Yeah, this is their newest animation film, which again, I was terrified because their last one was Marmaduke. So we Netflix and me and their animation team are not necessarily on good terms. But I would say The Sea Beast was a nice attempt at apologizing to me, and I will accept the Netflix animation team's apology for Marmaduke by giving me The Sea Beast. Even though, if we're being honest, you just made How to Train Your Dragon. That's all you did. You just made another version of How to Train Your Dragon. You just did it really well. So let's take a look at How to Train Your Dragon. I mean, The Sea Beast. And we'll get into why you should watch it. First, it's so close to How to Train Your Dragon. I mean, no, they don't fly the beasts. They don't equip a team. There's not some great battle where the little kid has to defeat the thing to go on to become a knight. It is structured a little bit differently, but it is about warriors misunderstanding these beasts that they've been fighting for years, and then it turns out the beasts are actually nice, and if you're just nice to them, then they'll be nice to you. It's that same sort of thing. I guess that's kind of a spoiler, but you'll figure that out. It's like after the first third of the movie. Then it turns into How to Train Your Dragon for the rest of the film, and you're like, oh, that's what this is. Okay. There's a little girl that really she wants to be a hunter. Her parents were hunters and they died at sea, so she lives in an orphanage, but she escapes the orphanage and she heads off to join this boat, the Inevitable. I even remember the name of the boat. That's how generically named it was. And there's a captain on it that's voiced by Jared Harris, Captain, I don't know, Crook or something like that, or I don't know. He's not as relevant. And Carl Urban, whose character should have just been named Butcher, because all I could think about the whole time, having just finished the season of The Boys, was Butcher. Because just hearing the voice, all I heard was Butcher. He did nothing different with his voice, so I just heard Butcher the entire time, which kind of made the movie funnier in many ways. Better, I guess. It just enhanced it in its own special way. Just like throwing pixie dust over a movie. I was like, oh, it's kind of like Butcher. And I just pictured his character as such, and cool. It works. And he's sort of the badass hunter, the baddest of the baddest on the ship, and he once killed 5 sea beasts within 48 hours. He's that guy. And so she sneaks onto the ship, and there's this one that they've been trying to chase down, and they're in competition with the Royal Navy for this country that they live in, and they're trying to capture this one specific beast that has just eluded them this whole time, and whoever captures it first gets to stay. Either the hunters stay or the Royal Navy becomes the new hunters. But some stuff happens, and Butcher and the little girl end up in a situation where they get to find out what's really going on and how to train their dragons. Anyway, this definitely can be a franchise real fast. I could definitely see the Sea Beast 2 coming at some point. Absolutely would not surprise me at all if there was a Sea Beast 2. I think Netflix has struck gold. It's a really well written film. Yes, it is very close to How to Train Your Dragon. It's punishingly close, to the point where I was thinking about, should I say something? I was like, nah, it's way too obvious. Anybody who's seen How to Train Your Dragon immediately is going to come to that comparison. It's not, I mean, I guess it's kind of a spoiler if you know nothing about the Sea Beast to say this is How to Train Your Dragon. But at the same time, it's so damn close to How to Train Your Dragon, it doesn't even matter. I mean, like, they're this village, and they've been attacked by these things for too long. It so follows the plot of How to Train Your Dragon, like 80%. The little girl doesn't have a love interest. I suppose that's a change. But anyway, it's still really good, and it's probably the first legitimate film that has a shot at an Oscar nomination for animated feature this year. I don't think anything else that's been released so far yet this year has a shot at Best Animated Feature. Rescue Rangers is in the Emmy race, so it can't be also in the Oscar race. I don't think Beavis and Butthead Do America is gonna Do the Universe is gonna get a nomination. So I think this is the first one that legitimately has a shot. I haven't seen Lightyear, but I haven't heard good things. So this is maybe the first slot taken of 5. We'll have to see how the year goes. I enjoyed it. Yeah, its biggest sin is how incredibly close it is, how frustratingly close it is to How to Train Your Dragon. But I think they also did their own thing with it. And I am somebody who has long advocated for the fact that Pixar should have made Newt, because Rio wasn't that good to begin with. So the fact that they canceled Newt because it was too much like Rio, I think Newt would have ended up being better than Rio. However, How to Train Your Dragon is better than the Sea Beast. So I don't think they improved upon it, but I do think that they found enough ways to change the story around to make this interesting. So yeah, it's a nice film. It's got decent voiceover work from the actors. Really not a lot of big names. I mean, Carl Urban and Jared Harris and Marion Jean-Baptiste are like the biggest names you'll find in the cast. So I think that says a lot. They went pretty cheap on this cast. But I've heard from some other critics that have already reviewed this that the animation looks really good. So I know this isn't like cheaply animated. It sounds great. The audio description was really solid and gave a great description of the various sea beasts and what they look like and their movements and how they operate, and just some of the really amazing visuals, when they get to go under the water and see under the sea. And I can kind of see where some of that would be really cool. So I think the audio description did a really good job here. And yeah, that's it. I like this. It'd probably be in my top at the end of the year for animated feature. It's not gonna be in my top 10 of the year, but it'll be in my top 10 or 5 or whatever I end up putting out for animated feature, probably. And it's not How to Train Your Dragon or How to Train Your Dragon 2. Maybe closer to How to Train Your Dragon 3, but still, I would still put it below that. I think I gave all 3 of those films A's. I might have given the third film an A-. I can't remember right now. Anyway, so I'm going to give The Sea Beast an A minus. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. It's a breath of fresh air coming out of Netflix, which has produced so many mediocre to shitty films this year. It's nice when they actually give me something that I'm like, oh, thank you. That was decent. Congratulations. I enjoyed this. It's kind of long. It's 2 hours. So, time well spent. I hope you guys enjoy it. It was only number 3, but then again, it just came out, this weekend. So, but it was only number 3 on the movies chart. Hasn't cracked that one spot. That was still Girl in the Picture, which I already reviewed. So enjoy. Check it out. If you have kids, I think they'll enjoy it. And let me know what you think in the comments. Throw me a like. Throw me a subscribe. And MacTheMovieGuy.com is my website. The Audio Description Project is a website you can use to find out what has audio description and where you can find it. And the adna.org is a website you can go to find out who's narrating what and what they're up to. So that's it for me today on The Sea Beast, which stars Carl Urban doing the same voice he does for Butcher from The Boys. I did a really bad Butcher impersonation. I'm sorry. But that's it. And until next time, enjoy your ride with the Sea Beast.